What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 21 of my Total Warhammer II modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as we saw last time, after a fairly massive battle against the raiding beastmen, King Wakov the Desert Ghoul was victorious, although he couldn't quite manage to chase down the remnants of Galak Bloodgorge's army. Now we're in a kind of odd position wherein this guy could very well attack El Kalabad, which can't really defend itself at all. And will most likely lose to this, if nothing else, because there's a Cygor and a Minotaur's unit in there. Even with the army hurt, it will probably die. And I do expect them to attack this, because the AI is generally pretty darn suicidal. So, it's very willing to do stuff like that. And, well, I guess it does sort of make sense. Although... I was about to say we could summon a Lord here, but no, we can't. We don't have the, we have the Canopic Jars, we don't have the money right now, and I don't think there's enough stuff we can cancel to get the 10k that we need to immediately get the new dynasty in there right away. Oh well, it's unfortunate, but we can deal with it. If we have to rebuild the place, we do have to rebuild. Anyway, in addition to that, we also destroyed Galbaraz, and I believe that is the last settlement belonging to Numos, who will die as soon as they attack us here. On the bright side, this also gives us the ghoul building, which we will build right after this to unlock these special ghouls for King Wakov. And one other thing I actually just realized that I found odd. Why is the ghoul building in Galbaraz as opposed to Morgheim, which is Strigos, right? So shouldn't the ghoul building be in here? I don't know. I'm actually curious what building from a loreful perspective is in Morgheim itself. It does say that it's a special importance of vampire counts and Nagash. We can't quite see it here yet, but we will in a few minutes. Speaking of, wait, can you do anything? I did say we want to see, you know what, maybe we can send you out here to scout. I want to see what's out here. We're going to attack these guys just because I want that building, without even knowing what it is. Okay, so we have Floating Village, we have a bunch of defenders, but I don't imagine that fighting enemy undead is going to be too difficult, especially because they won't have archers on the walls or anything interesting like that. That will mean that we can charge a little bit more freely and don't really even have to rely on artillery as much. Not that we won't spray them down with or hose them down with artillery, but still, it's nice to have. Anyway, I believe I've done everything between the episodes that is required. We can just end the turn here, so let's do it. And then let's watch Numos suicide, because I believe that's what they always do when they have no settlements remaining. And then let's head out to get that special building from the vampires. Looks like we... Okay, you know what? I probably should have sent you to identify Qatar before trying to head to Karagarud. And, oh wow, Avalorn is now fighting Exiles of Nehek, Heralds of Ariel, Hexawaddle, and Nagaroth. The hell are you doing, Avalorn? What the hell are they doing? I always found it weird. Does anybody know which, like, the war declared, who declared war on who here? Did Avalorn declare war on one of these guys and there was a defensive alliance, or did one of these guys declare war on Avalorn and drew everybody else in? It feels like it should be the first one declared war on the second, but I don't know if that's the case. Never actually bothered to look into it. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. Let's see. Let's identify Floating Villager. Damage the walls. Just... Oh, that's a little bit expensive. Wait, we also got to do this first. Here. Arkhan, kill. There you go, buddy. Alright, enemy killed in battle. That should be the end of Numos faction destroyed. Now we can head out to Morgheim. We are not immune to attrition here, but I believe it's because of the marshes, not the vampire territory. So we can in fact move to the edge of our own territory here. And why do you want to cross here? Why don't you just cross here? Oh, because you want to only cross once instead of multiple times over here. That does make sense. I guess about the same. We're gonna have to trespass in Orky territory, I guess. Raiding is at 50%, so we can't even raid. Okay, you know what? Let's go. Just trespass in Orky territory. I don't care. Right there. Go, Arkhan. You don't need to heal up basically at all. Whites of Stone I've turned a little bit hurt. And you two can fall. Oh, watch the orcs just declare war on us and attack Arkhan while he's too far away from support. Oh no, this army's too weak to do anything about it. 57-34, not bad stats on those. Galbaraz, we are going to... Wait. I thought I destroyed this last... Oh, because that guy sieged us. Oh, that was annoying. He actually sieged instead of just straight up attacking and suiciding. Okay, fine, fine. Let's get the blood pools in here for the public order for now. And we won't be upgrading anything else there. Now, these guys didn't actually attack us, and I thought they would. But they are close enough to attack. Will they be able to move far away from us? Let's find out. I don't even know if we need to technically fight those, but... he can move away. Oh, we're gonna end up chasing him for like 8 years now. Well, that's really annoying. Because I don't know what to do about it. We need somebody who has block army. Who has block army? Khemri. Which heroes have block army? We have Assault Garrison, Assassinate, Assault Units, Damage Building, Wound, Hinder Replenishment. Necrotect has block army. Looks like we gotta get a Necrotect in here. We could do it temporarily. And just get another one when we have a better one. You can always delete that one. It doesn't really cost anything, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, try to block this guy. It's going to be an unlikely shot, but we only need one to succeed, so hopefully it works out. I don't think we need to hinder their replenishment, because they're not replenishing anymore. What we do need to do... Oh, we can now upgrade the Black Tower of Arkhan, but the thing there is I wanted to upgrade the military buildings first and foremost. Like this thing, to get a couple more Sepulchral Stalkers in there. This will increase the capacity by another one. Wait, can you recruit Sepulchral Stalkers right now? Yes you can. And I'd like to get 2 more into that army. Damn it. Okay, fine. We will spend the money here then. Man, that's expensive. But it's okay, we need to get new armies on the field. Not so much that we need them right away, more so that they're really fun to play around with. Let's see, you should actually be able to build your basic money building though. So that's going to be your... Oh, we need one of these damn treasure tombs everywhere, don't we? Yeah, we're gonna build a faded rather Pyramidion, and then we will build the undead quarrymen right here, and probably follow up building the same thing in every single one of these areas. So that should be a lot of income. Nice. I don't like the -1 per turn in terms of canopic jars. We're gaining a fairly decent amount already. So even if we make this entire province take buildings that lose canopic jars, it'll still most likely be really worth it. We should also start building these things everywhere. High defense, bibliothek. I know I say that every other episode, but I gotta remember to do it. What do we got over here? I really wish I could see these armies. I'm willing to bet the guards here are going to be pretty elite. We got Tomb Guard, Tomb Prince, Skeleton Archers, a War Sphinx, and a Necro Sphinx. Oh, okay, so there's going to be some tough fights here. Interesting. We might have to bring in our second army for this, i.e. not our support army, but a legit second army. Anyway, you proceed to damage the walls of this place. Did I could have sworn I already did that. Oh, no, it cost too much, didn't it? That's fine. It's fine. Do it now. You need to get to level... 10, but it won't be enough, or 11 or something like that. Alright, just save your skill point for now, then. And I believe everybody else is good. There's a hero who hasn't moved. Pen 2, go identify this. 1,000 to search ruins? Okay, never mind. Just sit here and wait patiently. Unassigned skill points. We know who that is. Who also has an assigned skill? Tolathor. Yes, okay, fine. You can have... Yeah, no, you can have Onslaught just to get to Potent. Okay, and who else has unassigned skill? No, wait. You we know about. You we care about. Arkhan. You got another skill point, and we are rapidly starting to run out. I did say I definitely want the Wind of Death, though, because it's one of the most obnoxious spells in the game. We do constantly use Raise Dead, but I never really use the overcharged version. Oh, it does increase the spell number of uses. I don't think I've ever run out of these, though. Oh, it also reduces cooldown and the miscast base chance. Oh, no, that's only for upgraded. Okay. Still probably worth it. 4 points is going to be pretty damn steep there. Because if we still have to go into this... Oh, man. And I still don't know what to do with the red line, because I don't know if there's going to be another unit that we could, we're going to put in here. That's really difficult. Ah, man. We probably at least want to get evasion and magical reserves here, but do we have... See, the thing is, we won't have 3 points to spend here. You know what? I know for a fact that I want to get Tomb Strike, even if Arkhan isn't going to be a crazy fighter. He should be okay enough at it, so let's get Hard to Hit, and then into Tomb Strike. It would have been nice to get Conqueror as well, which is what I was originally planning. He actually has fairly nice melee defense at 70. Conqueror will give us 8 melee attack and an additional 10% weapon strength. It will make Arkhan not as survivable as this will. Man, that's a hard choice. What I should have done is not use Blade Master. I should have just gone for Conqueror instead. That would have fixed this situation. I guess we could go 1 and 1. Just to balance it out a little bit. Maybe do that. Alright, so that's you and you. What are we gonna get you? You're at the rank 28. We still want to get... I mean, we want to get these eventually, but I still don't know what I'm going to pop those points into over here. We might actually have to start saving points with you, because the rest will probably go in here. And I don't think the rest of these... I mean, I do want to get this one. Nope, the Ushabti one, I think. Because we do want an army basically with nothing but Ushabti. That's going to need a lot of Ushabti capacity. And the word Ushabti has lost all meaning now. Let's do that. Okay, works for me. You guys can't move. We're about to end the turn. I just want to go back to over here. Since Ushabti capacity has increased, we should be able to build Ushabti. There we go. Alright, so this army is going to be done in 5 turns, which means it can start getting those troops to where they need to be. Let's end this turn. Let's see where these guys go. That's where we're going to keep the camera here. Hopefully that works out. Oh, wow, Clan Moors. I just saw their power level. They're dead. They have no armies. What the hell happened there? Huh, who the hell is killing Clan Moors? Is it Khalida? It can't possibly be Khalida. I just saw the fact that she was in the... Oh, really? These guys are getting so annoying. They've got another freaking lord here. And they're all raiding, too. Oh, man. Yeah, if this doesn't... Yeah, he's just gonna move away again. This is getting real annoying. What we could do is go to Pools of Despair here, switch out of the Worship of Fox, and switch into Worship of Tra. That will give us an extra 10% movement range. I feel like it won't be enough, but we should try it. Just for 1 turn. Keep upgrading the Pyramidion, though. Be at war with the Sentinels. Oh, look, we finally got a quest to do that. And then you are going to get more money, which will be this building right here. There you go. All right, and the Necrotect. The greatest artist. Wait, if we do this now, he won't be able to move next turn, right? 73. Okay, please just succeed.
Address me as your highness.
Please. Failure. Damn. Okay, well, next time. Next turn, we'll do it before we move, in fact. I want to see Morgheim. Actually, we're almost at it, aren't we? I don't want to suffer attrition. We can move over here. Alternatively, what we could do is we could go into raiding stance right here and approach Morgheim. In fact, we could go into raiding stance where we are and still approach Morgheim. Oh, wow, they have, like, no defenders. It'll take a couple of turns to walk here, but that's okay. You can, in fact, walk right here and then cross the bridge while in raiding stance right over there. Orcs are going to get real pissed at us, aren't they? How powerful are the orcs? Will they be willing to try us? They're at rank 3. Oh, they might actually be willing to try us, and I didn't realize that Grimgor himself was here. Oh, this might have been a terrible idea. Watch this army get killed here. And Wurzag is here as well. Oh my, okay. Well, if it happens, it happens. What can you do? Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is actually a pretty nice garrison. They got Graveguard, they got a Mortis Engine, 3 sets of Vargeist, a couple of Crypt Horrors. That was gonna be a fun fight. I don't see a special building in here, though. This all seems like regular buildings. Well, whatever. Unassign skill points on somebody over here. Let's get those in there. Prince Araru again. I believe we were going Dutiful Guardian just to get one of the air commands, so we will keep going into that. The other skill point we're ignoring, although we should probably use the cash. Wait, let's just check if there's something more important that we can build right now. We should upgrade this stuff, but... Galbaraz, you need to build our special ghoul building. It's gonna cost a lot of cash, though. At least Galbaraz started with the freaking walls. That's really swell. Okay, well, we'll save for this next turn. That means we shouldn't spend all of our money. Probably should upgrade this off 6,000. Okay, yeah, no. But it's a little bit on the too steep side. We will switch out of the worship of Tra, however, going to the worship of Fox, because we need to upgrade this and this as well to get even more military stuff. At least our military buildings are growing. I like that. Ooh, Sudenburg needs an update. Damn, lots of... Alright, screw it. Just update Sudenburg and then use no money on anything else. Actually, no. 8.6k, we should still have enough even with this. Just do it. And you succeeded. Now you're at rank 10. So, we can pop Inscription of Repair. And then let's go for one more statuesque Sentinels. And then the next couple will probably go with... probably going to get a couple of Guardian Gargantua. Honestly, these ones don't matter as much. I doubt we'll ever be building an insane amount of Tomb Scorpions, but I do want an army with like 4 of them. Oh, we should probably go Disciple of Walot as well. We just need to level this guy. I want Master Builder anyway. So we'll get that after. In the meantime, you know what? Get the Statuesque Sentinels first, then go this. Just to upgrade those Direwolves and Fellbats even more. And the Carrion, I guess, but I don't really care about the Carrion. Yeah, okay, this is... You're good in there. Hero not move. Tolathor, you can keep following this guy. Oh, it's not really accomplishing anything. You could have built some units by now. You know what? Just build some bats temporarily. I should have done that while following this guy around in the first place. And what else do we have? Another hero not move. That's you. You have no money to spend, so you're just going to sit here. I'm actually curious to move out here to see who's been killing the Skaven since they're this. What the hell happened to you guys? But they have all this territory. It is Khalida? Really? Are you serious? Huh. Port of Libaris always gets wrecked. Huh, but they haven't taken Libaris itself back. Interesting, I guess. Khalida actually likes us. Because we've been destroying Numos. But Khalida, of all people, Khalida likes Arkhan. Okay. This makes much sense, game. I guess we don't technically have to destroy her. Huh. We could but she probably has... Okay, but we have to... I'm willing to bet that there's a special building in Lamia that we'll want. Yeah, no, she has to die. There's a special building there. I almost guarantee it. Plus, Libaras should have a special building as well, if not a pyramid. I don't remember if there's a pyramid in there, but there should be a special building. Anyway, let's end this turn. Let's attack Morgheim. Not next turn, the turn after that. Let's also see if the orcs decide that Arkhan will be easy pickings here. And no, they're moving away. Okay. Yeah, that was risky and stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Just because if they had attacked the second army, it would have died. You want a non-aggression pact, I'm willing to bet, because you fear that we're about to kill you. No, you want military access. That's adorable. He wants to give us military access. No, you're gonna die. Poor guy. You guys want peace. I don't want peace. I want you to stop raiding our territory. You were raiding it when we were at peace. And, oh, hello. Who do we have here? The Warriors of Chaos have arrived, and the Great Incantation of Xar has expired. Well, that's great. And I really wish that it hadn't zoomed up there. Alright, raiding. Not where we need to be. Here we go. Okay, he is... Now he's out of... He actually moves further than us? Wait, we started with an extra 10%, and... Oh, my... this is gonna get annoying. Okay, block this army. Please succeed. We just needed to succeed once. Just once. Damn it. Okay, here we go. You are gonna go right here. In fact, you're gonna go right here. And right here. And you're going to go into an ambush stance. You are invisible. You don't exist. And just because I used that money, now we don't have enough to build the special ghoul building. Wait, can we attack this turn? No, we can't. Okay, well, cross the river. Right. Are you not able to cross the river this turn because you're in march stance? Or you're in raiding stance? Okay, fine. It's fine. Really, only Arkhan technically needs to do it. Maybe I just...
Your king slain.
Maybe just take one turn of attrition. I wonder how much attrition it is. It's a fair amount. And we can't go Entomb Beneath the Sands, unfortunately. Oh well. It'll be fine. You just go into an ambush right here. Why ambush? I don't know. Just so that the army acts like it's not there. Corrupted Dynasties? No, I don't want the extra research rate malice from that. Okay, here not moved. Who hasn't moved now? Tolathor, you could try to hinder this guy's replenishment, but he'll be on guard. He's already on guard, which is partly why you failed. But, Yeah, to the temple. Let's stay with these guys. See if this works out for us. You're actually leveling up, but I wasn't intending to keep you as a Necrotect, because I don't like your skill. I don't even remember what skill you have. I just got you to block armies. You have Cunning. Enables poison attacks, ambush success chance plus 10. Might be helpful at some point. Serpent Carver, here we go. Unit capacity plus 2 for Sepulchral Stalkers. That's probably going to be a lot more useful. We're at 3 out of 6, so let's get this guy in here. We can get some of those in there when we want. Just want to double check the rest of these guys just to see if there's anything good that came up. Master of Ceremony, tough. Wrathful Cunning, useless, all useless. Tomb Princes, no. We'd have to hire... If we hired one, they'd get replaced, but I don't really want to. Wait, is there any... Huh. I just realized that these guys don't cost money. I get that they didn't cost upkeep, but they don't cost money to hire either. So if we just hire a bunch of them, they'll get replaced, right? Let's find out. Let's get you, Mr. Master of Ceremony. You're completely useless, so we're going to hire you. And then we're going to delete you. Right. And then... That was a Lich Priest of Light. So we're going to see if there's another Lich Priest of Light here next turn, or whether it takes several turns. Anyway, that's good for you guys. Hero not moved. You need to keep making... Yeah, fine. Just damage those walls. I need you to be a specific level. Okay, that's another failure, but at least he didn't get wounded. Settlement upgrade available. Nope, we're saving the money for the ghoul building. Unassigned skill points, saving it. And let's end the turn, and let's attack that damn... Strigos territory. Huh, yeah, it is Khalida. Good job, Khalida. Good job surviving. I'm genuinely impressed here. And hey, they're doing the job of destroying the Skaven for us, although I honestly kind of would rather fight the Skaven, and I kind of do hate fighting the Skaven, but just for the little bit of variety. Now that the Warriors of Chaos have arrived, I actually just realized that we probably need to start building walls on the edges of all our coastal territory, or else it's going to become a problem real quick. You want a non-aggression pact? It's not going to happen. You're going to die. Ripperhorn Tribe. Where are you going now, Ripperhorn? Aha, Wisdom of the 4th Dynasty, Army Capacity +1. We've been waiting for that one. Cultist of Assyrian, don't care. Rating, don't care. Where did these guys go? They went to Bel Aliad. And they're still kind of too far away from us, aren't they, you little bastards? Stop that. You. No, not Tolathor, you. Please successfully block him. I believe in you. You know what I should have done? I should have assigned a skill point. Another failure. Hey, got a campaign line of sight. That's swell, but you're not going to keep it. Okay, so if we move here, we'll have another 15% movement range, which I don't think will be enough. And now this guy's replenished his frickin' troops, too. Well, we can't let him keep raiding. Yeah, we're just gonna assign the skill point to this guy after that. This is so annoying. So this did nothing. The plus 10% movement range literally didn't help us one bit. You're gonna go into Bel Aliad. Wait, you can't go into ambush? Yeah, no, you can't. Go into Bel Aliad. Watch him attack Martek here as well. It's even... Oh, Martek will definitely not survive. Can you even reach... You can't even reach Martek from here. Oh, wow, that's annoying. Okay, we need to get our second army moving up. What are we gonna get you? Specialist or block army? I'd rather just have the success chance rather than the movement range block, so let's get that in there. Oh man, okay. You. 2 more turns and then you can ferry. We can also summon our new army right here. Oh man, there's all these buildings to upgrade as well. Recruit Lord Dynasties. Nagash of the Second Dynasty. This guy is going to stick around. We are also going to get La Mizash pretty much ASAP, but we just need to save up 10,000 gold and we can awaken another dynasty via the Mortuary Cult anyway. So we can get this guy in here for now, because I do want to see what skills he offers us. Nagash of the Second Dynasty, get in here. What do you do? Alright, so yeah, ward save and tax rate, you're going to be defensive, which might be very helpful. Plunderer of the East, immune to mountain attrition. Okay, tribute collectors, tax rate all provinces. Wait, leadership -5 all faction wide. What the hell is that? Well, that's unfortunate. Lord's army gets a fairly decent bonus, but it reduces tax rate in the local province. Well, that's shocking, considering this guy seemed like he was a tax rate increasing kind of guy just based on this, and the fact that it gives a benefit to tax rate local province. Well, that's fascinating. This guy does not do what I thought he'd do. And this is a vigor loss reduction for the entire army. Okay, so none of this really helps in deciding what kind of army he will have. What kind of lord is he? What are you? What do you do? You're armor-piercing melee anti-large duelist. Wait, can you have a mount? You also can't have a mount. What is it with all these lords that can't have a mount? This is the second one we got. That's kind of annoying, because he's going to have no mass to fight anybody with. My will be done around self-effects allies in range. +5 melee attack, +5 melee defense.
Find my
Huh. Wait, that might be better for the Tomb Guard army. Then what do we give Setep? Okay, I'm going to have to try to think about this. Because I was... I was going to make Setep the Tomb Guard army along with Necropolis Knights. But he doesn't really... No, he still gives them this. Is it better to get 4 melee attack and 4 melee defense as opposed to... Wait, does he have an aura like the other guy does? Maybe they all have an aura. Yeah, they all have an aura. My will be done as a... okay, that's fine.
Attend your king.
So we'll have to decide what to give this guy in terms of an army instead. I don't know, maybe scorpions, maybe something else. He's not going to Ushapti, but he is going to start recruiting immediately. We do need to get more of these sepulchral stalkers. Let's get more Ushapti in here. Can't make Ushapti with bows, but we can start making all these special units that we got out of here. Oh, look, Zandri Black Shields only take 2 turns to recruit. Make all 6. And then you can make all the Krokagar Legion units after, I think, really depending on how long the rest of this takes. Alright, so that works. Lots of administrative stuff this episode, unfortunately. You're going to attack Morgheim. Wait, okay, fine. You are fighting the Greenskins and the Warriors of Chaos, and you are allied with the Pirates of Sartosa. You're allied with the Pirates of Sartosa? Oh, for the... Don't tell me we have to declare war on them. Greenskins, please, just do this one thing for us. Join war against Grigos Empire. Moderate. Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you, Grimgor. You're sweet. Morgheim attack. Yeah, artillery is going to make quick work of this. Damn, that marsh attrition. I moved out of raiding stance because I thought it wouldn't hurt us that much, but oh well. It'll be fine. You're gonna also have to take a little bit more attrition, buddy. Not gonna pop you into raiding stance. In fact, wait, if we pop you into raiding stance, can you move close enough? No, you cannot. Not even close. Okay, just go here, take the damage. Okay, now we're good. Let's attack this. Since we're just gonna hose it down with artillery, it's not going to be a cinematic battle, unfortunately. But we'll try to zoom in and, I don't know, on things that aren't artillery, if they happen. When we get a few more armies, and when Arkhan doesn't have to do everything himself, I'm gonna start being a little bit less careful with our troops, and not just saving the artillery, just starting to send in lots of troops to attack the walls, just because they'll be more fun to watch. Alrighty, so I wasn't originally going to make this a cinematic battle, but then I figured if this is going to be the only battle in this episode, unfortunate as it is that it's a siege where we basically wreck face with artillery, then I guess it might as well be a cinematic one. Plus, it is in the vampire count fashion with all the OG vampire counts type territory and buildings, and I freaking love this faction. It is by far my favorite faction in the game, so it feels like coming home a little bit. So it might as well be nice to at least see a little bit of it, even if it's on the losing side for the Vamps. And besides, we could call it that we're taming Morgheim instead of just destroying it. Let's just go with that. Besides, I feel like, from a lore perspective, they could probably, Arkhan could probably muster up enough magic to take at least some of the undead owned by Kadan, whoever the leader of the faction is. I believe that's his name. Over. Anyway, obviously we're going to start this off by getting a lot of artillery shots in, and they're not actually doing as much damage as I thought they would. The Grave Guard are doing a fairly decent job at surviving, and so are the other units. Can't get too many hits into the Cairn Wraiths yet, even though I feel like a nice hit from the caskets would absolutely destroy them. I also kind of like the color scheme that these guys have. It's very bright and not really what I would expect. Well, I mean, it's not super bright, but it does certainly stand out. Might be nice on a battlefield. Even if it doesn't really work as well with the ghouls and with the Cairn Wraiths over here. But hey, at least it's nice to see the Cairn Wraiths. Now I'm actually left to wonder, are Arkhan's Cairn Wraiths different looking in any way, or are they identical to these Cairn Wraiths? Like, can you even change these guys' color in any way? Huh. Maybe at least change the glow of their eyes, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But until then, we have a lot more artillery work to get to. Now, the thing is, I believe this is an SFO change, but I suppose it could be an vanilla change. The Vampire Count's towers are now massively increased in terms of their range. They used to be something like this. They used to be one of the worst towers in the game, but now it makes complete sense that the towers range way longer. They actually outrange the Screaming Skull catapult, so this wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have the Caskets of Souls. Luckily, we get one of the pretty insane artillery pieces in that regard, so we do still manage to use that. Look at all these ghouls and all the and I believe this one should be just about dead. There we go, ectoplasm exploding all of them, and they're now in crumbling, and they're trying to run away. So good luck with that, ghouls. I'm getting a few hits into those Cairn Wraiths, and yeah, the Screaming Skull catapults, as you can see, are doing nothing yet. And I do learn, to my horror, without realizing, in fact, that the towers outrange them, because I didn't check their range. I just remembered that the Vampire Count's towers used to be really short range, so I'm just like, oh yeah, just have the Screaming Skull catapults move in and do something about it. Well, it doesn't end so well. We don't lose the catapults themselves, spoiler alert, but they certainly do take damage here. Obviously, immediately start moving them back after freaking out when I realized that the towers go for more range, and they take a fair bit of damage out of those couple of volleys. Fortunately, they are just on the edge of the range here, so this one drops to half HP, but it at least survives, and all the models that we brought in with us survive as well. Just a couple of the individual troops that, well, quote-unquote died, or were disintegrated, or whatever you want to call them. There we go. So now, unfortunately, this also means that we will be using our Caskets of Souls to bombard the towers. Caskets aren't super effective at that sort of thing because half of their shots always miss the towers, but they do still bring them down in fairly reasonably short order. Like, that was aimed at the tower. That wasn't aimed at the unit. What, two shots hit that? At least it's at 95. Pretty good. Pretty good. I also like the animation of these towers when they crumble, because it's pretty neat. Let's see where that shot comes in. Yeah, see, there we go. This one should be dead, and it sort of disappears in the black smoke, and then the actual structure is suddenly gone, or at least most of it is gone. I really like that, as opposed to the crumbling thing that most of the buildings do. And at least it's not a full crumble here either. Anyway, just gotta destroy all of these towers. Even the ones that are really far away still have that massive range and could still fire on our army unless we destroy all of them. And yeah, that's going to take a ton of freaking ammo for us. And yeah, unfortunately, we do have to be a little bit careful with not losing too much of Arkhan's personal army here. But I will do a few things in this particular battle just for the fun of it. More so because this is the only battle, and I feel like you guys might enjoy it. So as soon as we're done with artillery, in fact, let's just speed it up. I think we've seen how the Graveguard take an ectoplasm hit, and they do much better at doing so than the ghouls. Oh, looks like they're getting some heals out of it as well. Was that the aura from the Mortis engine? Can that effect translate to the walls, or was that just a invocation of the heck going somewhere? Oh, these guys they're using an upgraded invocation of the heck on zombies. You guys kidding me? AI, they just wasted what, 23 winds of magic to do that? And the unit of zombies wasn't even really hurt. But anyway, so we've done okay damage, but as you can see, because we've been focusing the towers with our caskets, most of the enemy army is still quite alive. We are going to be spraying them now. But unfortunately, our caskets are fairly low on ammo. As you can see, they've almost dropped completely out of ammo. Our Screaming Skull catapults can still manage to fire, so they can still do some damage. But I feel like it was completely necessary to destroy the towers first, so we can approach and do more damage with our regular range units as well, without having them all killed by the exploding towers over here. So let's get the rest of the artillery fire out of the way. I love the fact that when you have units on top of the or when the AI has units on top of here, because I never do this, obviously, and I don't think any player does, except a single unit to guard the gate. The extra shots go wide, and then they hit everybody that's standing behind the gate. Can't wait to get our own Mortis engines onto the field as well, as we are slowly getting there. We're almost at the point where we can get these guys on the field. Alright, how are we doing, Screaming Skulls? They're actually doing a fairly decent job of destroying the Graveguard, which actually kind of surprised me, as the Screaming Skulls are a fairly weak, generally speaking, artillery piece. And then I start moving the entire army forward. I realize that once the towers are gone, the enemy can't summon Ushabti or anything, because this is a true Vampire Counts faction. Ironically, not led by a Strigoi Ghoul King, which it probably feels like it should be. Instead of the Master Necromancer, which is Kadan. I believe that's you. It doesn't say your name, but I'm reasonably sure that that's who you are. Oh, look at all the... Hey, I never noticed that all the zombies in the card just sort of wave their limbs around. That's kind of hilarious. Corpse cards. Alright, so finally the range units come up. They obviously destroy the ghouls in very, very, very short order. They can't really do anything about that. We also have the Karen Wraiths getting hit by the range units and the artillery this time. They are fairly resistant to the range, but not insanely so. Not so much that half ammunition from like 3 or 4 units can't still destroy the unit. And the Graveguard with great swords unfortunately don't have their shields, so obviously they are going to take a ton of damage here. And we are just going to stay here until we fully run out of ammo. We're also going to run our heroes in to break the gate so that we are ready to go. These poor undead units. I gotta feel a little bit bad for them. Especially as I said, it's my favorite faction. Alright, here we go. Now the gate is broken. We got that automatic summon from one of our lords. The enemy looks like they're going to move their Cairn Wraiths in to try to guard the gate. This is actually a reasonably smart move from the AI, minus the fact that we have a lot of magic damage coming out from our lords here, which should be pretty decent at wrecking the Cairn Wraiths. But hey, it's still nice to watch them fight an episode or maybe 2 episodes before we see Arkhan's Cairn Wraiths do the same thing. Call it a bit of a tease. And hey, the Necrotech's in here. Can he kill... Oh, I like the death animation of the Cairn Wraith. They sort of melt into the ground. I really like that. Sometimes when it's been a while since you've seen an animation of some sort, it just goes back to impressing you. Gotta love this game. Man, I remember before all the Total Warhammer games came out. Well, one of my first games that I really enjoyed from Warhammer was Shadow of the Horned Wrath, which is way back in the day. And then Mark of Chaos, which was sort of similar to Total War, obviously not on a grand strategy type scale without the buildings and stuff, but it was still sort of fun. Mark of Chaos was pretty okay. It was really, really awkwardly balanced, but hey, it had its moments. For some reason, I found Shadow of the Horned Rat more memorable, but it could be just nostalgia and just how long ago that was as compared to Mark of Chaos. But anyway, at least we have Total Warhammer now in the third game coming up, which I obviously cannot wait for. Alright, and here we go. I'm sending the bats in. And this is completely for your guys' amusement. There's absolutely no reason to do this. What I wanted to do was see how much if we sent in every single one of our bats. So I believe, let's see what that's six units of bats, no, 7 units of bats, and the Flock of Joff, the carrion unit to lead them, versus 3 units of Vargeists. I wanted to see who would win this. Obviously, the Vargeists have AoE damage and hit a lot harder. They also have a pretty insane amount of damage, I believe 200 per hit, in addition to the AoE, or weapon strength rather, plus they have something like 60 attack, so they do get through the melee defense of those bats in combination with the AoE damage. However, they do have relatively low melee defense for monstrous infantry, and I just wanted to see this duel in the air. These bats will die for you guys' pleasure. You're heartless bastards. I hope you enjoy it. But as I said, since we're having only a single a battle this episode, I thought that this would be fun to see, even if it cost us some bats. I did say I would be a little bit less careful as the time goes on, and you can watch those bats starting to drop immediately from the AoE, but isn't it a nice sight to not really care about what happens? Plus, since they're bats, we can get them back so easily. Who cares, right? But damn, they're dropping fast. Oh, looks like we got a Vargeist coming down there as well. Who's going to win this? Oh, and a Flock of Joff unit. The Flock of Joff actually doing surprisingly well. You can see where the bats here are by themselves, whereas the part with the Flock of Joff actually wrecks the Vargeists much faster, which I found interesting because last time, or not last time, but remember a few episodes ago when the Flock of Joff tried to fight a regular carry-on unit and basically got destroyed? I'm really surprised that they actually do reasonably well against the Vargeist, so you can also see a dropping down here. And it looks like the first Vargeist unit is in fact going to go down to the Flock of Joff, who aren't really that hurt, only took a little bit of damage, whereas I believe we've lost a couple units of bats. You can see one disintegrating there. I do try to withdraw it. These two are dead. I think I accidentally withdrew this one as well, even though it wasn't super damage. We also have another one hurt, so this is anybody's game, folks. I'm not going to spoil who's gonna win here at the end. Completely necessary. Sacrificing them for the greater enjoyment. There we go. There's an Asdrubal Vect quote that should probably be in here somewhere. And let's see, is this the last unit of Vargeist? I believe the 2 units are in here. Ah, yes, the other one is just barely alive and is ready to drop, and then this one is still a little bit alive. It looks like mostly the Flock of Joff fighting here. And we got the reinforcing bats out of the ones that were dying over there, and now the Vargeists are surrounded, more of them dropping, and dropping out of the sky at the very same time, mostly. And it looks like the bats are indeed victorious. It did cost us quite a few of them, but I feel reasonable for the cost of 3 Vargeist units to have a fairly easily replaceable, super low tier unit like the bats to destroy them in the air. I mean, if we had our range units and if the AI was using them properly, they could have dropped the Vargeists on top of them and then actually done something with it, but hey, this was still fun. And there we go, a little victory flyby. We're going to send them straight off into the withdrawal area, just because a couple of them are still hurt, and I would rather them not disintegrate to any magic or anything like that. While that was happening, the single unit that was defending here was destroyed, obviously, but we didn't really need to see that because it was just 5 heroes attacking that. You guys saw the beginning of that fight here, and now we are just going to move through to finally get to grips with the two Crypt Horror units and a Mortis engine, as well as Kadan himself. So here we go. Let's get to that. This will be the end of this battle. Maybe it was worth it making this a cinematic battle as opposed to a regular one. And here we go, Snuggles versus Crypt Horrors starting up, and the Crypt Horrors do surround Snuggles, and it does start taking quite a bit of damage immediately, but we do have the back of the Usirian's Legion of the Underworld, who are not really threatened by the Crypt Ghouls. However, they would be threatened by both the Corpse Cart and the Mortis engine over there, so we do have to watch out for those guys. But Arkhan is also here to summon a bunch of zombies and distract the enemy, immediately popping a Invocation of Nehek, as well as a defensive Book of Arkhan, or whatever the hell it is called, Liber Mortis, there you go, to prevent too much damage. I did that mostly for Snuggles' benefit, as I didn't want it to die, so he also got the Restore on him from the Necrotech. And there we go. These guys are surrounded. We're going to get another unit of the Tomb Blade of Arkhan zombies being spawned as well, or rather the Skeleton Soldiers, or Skeleton Warriors rather, surrounding the Crypt Ghouls. Finally, enemy Crypt Ghouls and not our own Crypt Ghouls, so we can see how effective they are. They certainly do a fair amount of damage, but the original units does get wrecked. But this is with all of our heroes here trying to attack those guys. So I gotta admit, it's a pretty decent monstrous infantry unit. I do use these guys out. What are you doing? Why are you just standing there? I just saw the tail, and I was just like, wait. Okay, oh, I might have moved this guy out because he got a little bit damaged. Oh, yeah, he's at about half HP. Okay, well, that does make sense. Alright, here we go. The Crypt Horror is surprisingly perhaps still alive, though I gotta admit that the zombies being here are blocking a lot of the hits that our other damage dealers would normally be trying to dish out. So there is also that to consider. The Mortis engine also getting a decent amount of kills onto these zombies. This zombie unit is basically dead, and it is probably only fighting this Mortis engine, so good job, Mortis engine. Obviously, it's a zombie unit, so it does nothing, but they did die pretty fast. Can't wait to get these things on our own. I do wonder if this is in range of its aura. Like, is it close enough to be benefiting the Crypt Horrors here, or is it too far? I do wonder. Alright, so I did spawn the Ushabti here, and obviously the Ushabti aren't going to do a lot of damage to an ethereal unit, but I mostly spawned them just to keep this thing away, and the reason for that was because I wanted Arkhan to fight Kadon and to fight the Mortis engine solo, just to try to see how effective he is in melee combat. Obviously, he's not an amazing melee fighter, but it's still sort of fun. So we're just going to wait a few seconds until he marches up, because him trying to go around, sort of move out of the way around the Crypt Horrors remaining. I really wish a camera wouldn't jump around crazily like that. There we go, Arkhan's running up, Crypt Horrors dropping in his wake, I'd like to think because of his magic and not because of pure coincidence. Alright, here we go, and I do try to get the Ushabti out of the way so that this can happen. Obviously, the enemy is starting to melt due to debilitation, so it doesn't quite work, but Arkhan still does manage to get a few hits in, just for the fun of it. And it does feel right for him to destroy the faction leader personally. Hey, the Master Necromancer's screaming there, yeah. And down goes the corpse cart and the zombies that were pulling it, and so do the zombies in the cart also stop trying to flail their limbs around because the magic is gone. Now just the Mortis engine here, still quite alive, and as compared to the Lord there, not being debilitated as much. I do wonder whether its aura heals itself now that I think about it, or only the units around it. But here we go, Arkhan versus the Mortis engine. Maybe he's learning how to make one himself from this. Let's go with that. And I do go for a Spirit Leech on this thing just to make this a little bit quicker and do damage to that ethereal unit. Arkhan, finish this off, and this will be the end of this particular battle. Here we go. And down it goes. A nice little death animation, and that's the end of the, probably the toughest battle we'll face against the regular vampires for a while. It really depends on whether the vampires that are around the Court of Libaras are still alive or not, but I guess we'll find out. Of course, it's a victory indeed. There we go. We have tamed the... Oh, well, actually, this faction isn't quite dead, but they will soon be. We did lose 3 units of Fellbats, but they served a noble purpose, which was our entertainment. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty fun. I did like the fact that they did manage to kill all 3 units of Vargeist, which are a lot more expensive than them, and they are easily re-recruitable. Did I have to do that? Obviously not, but I certainly enjoyed it. I actually wonder what the damage value was on them. Let's see, 5,400, 5,400, not actually a crazy amount, whereas these guys did, about twice as much as a bat unit. I wouldn't call that worth it, most likely. Maybe. But considering these guys cost, probably not. And the fact that they're much higher tier unit. But anyway, that went pretty well. Morgheim tamed, as I said, but not the entire faction. Let's occupy this. It should be occupied at level 4. We got another Trickster Shard as well. Oh, that's quite lovely. Okay, wait, what does Arkhan currently have? Priest of Tra on direct... No. Arkhan, you currently have the Golden Mask of Carnut. No. Other Trickster Shard. The minus 25% magic resistance. That's very interesting. We might get some decent use out of that. Especially once we get Wind of Death and all the good stuff. Alright, well, let's get one more point in hard to hit just so we can get Tomb Strike next level. And then, Morgheim, what is... Oh, hello, we immediately get a Necro Serpent nest. That's quite lovely. What's the special building? Unit capacity plus 8 to crit goes, aha, so it was ghoul related. But honestly, this is a very, very boring special building. Oh, I thought it would be something a little bit more interesting, but this is really kind of not worth it. We will have to build the walls back up here just because the orcs could attack this place at any moment in the same way that they could attack Galbaraz. We will take the floating village next episode, I think, because we probably won't have time to get to it this episode. Now, the question is, can we recruit bats immediately here? No, it doesn't have the bat building, ironically enough. Okie dokie. Of all the buildings, how long will it take to build the bat building? 2 turns. Let's see. Wait, unlocks recruit. Yeah, you know what? Just build it here. I build it here. That's fine. Let them die. We will also build this here, and we will also build the special building in Galbaraz at the same time. Lots and lots of extra ghouls coming out of there. I just feel like this place, the Great Boneyard, is a much, much better ghoul building than the Lost Necropolis of Morgheim, which I feel like maybe these should be the other way around in terms of buffs. Like, this one could probably be more powerful than Galbaraz, but I don't really know much about Galbaraz from a lore perspective. Whereas Morgheim is pretty big. Oh well. You have a little bit of cash left. You know what? We need to keep leveling you up, so we might as well damage those walls. That was a miserable failure, and it took all our gold despite that. But that's alright. Now you...
My will be done.
We don't know what'll happen there. I guess we're gonna have to find out. Let's skip the rest of this stuff. We will, however, have to go for research. Next episode, we will have to get... We're gonna have to choose. Now, we'll probably build... Okay, here's the thing. If we build Lamizash first, we can't build the new dynasty first. You know what? This is probably more important, so we can get the new dynasty up and running. We're only 100 short of getting them both anyway, so it should be fine. In the meantime, what can we upgrade? Let's see, we got Tomb Guard and Hyro Titans, Tomb Guard and Hyro Titans. I guess we're gonna go for Tomb Guard. And Hyro Titans, no Hyro Titans. At least not yet. The rest of the stuff that we have is fine. Although, you know what, let's upgrade these Nehakar warriors as well. We're probably going to use them more earlier than the Tomb Guard, I would think. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we got 2 armies. This one's almost ready to go, and we can send them out. If nothing else, if this guy just keeps running, we're just going to send out our army to catch him. Anyway, let's end this turn. I don't really care about the rest of the stuff. I just really, really want to see what these beastmen do, even if we're out of time. What are you going to do? Queek, you're already getting killed by Khalida and you want a non-aggression pact. That's adorable. It's not going to happen, though. In fact, if we destroy Queek, a bunch of other factions will like us more, so I really don't see the downside of doing so. Also, do have to remember to get those military buildings on the, or rather, defensive buildings on the sides here. Assault unit success. How dare you? This army was already hurt, game. Okay, well, we do have to go to the floating village, but we can move out of the marshes to do that. So it won't, we won't get damaged here. Yeah, that's fine. Do that. We will keep you right here in Morgheim because you need to heal up. I don't think we need help to destroy the floating village. Yeah. Arkhan's gonna be fine by himself. And oh, another Beastmen army. I'm so sick of you guys. All that chasing around was so annoying. Morgheim can't really defend itself. I do like the fact that it has Necropolis Knights in the garrison, though. Alright, so you are going to have to attack this next turn. That'll probably be super quick. And this, unfortunately, won't work out. Can we even reach this guy? Should we reach this guy? He is... we won't be able to go into ambush, so we probably have to, or then... I'd rather lose Martek than Kofur, though. Yeah, you know what? Kofur is important. Screw Martek. Martek's by itself. Go right here. He won't know you're here. I hope. Please stop running. Just attack Martek. It's right here. It's free. You. Please, please succeed. Let's end this on a high note. Come on. Come on. Do it. 3 failures or 2 failures so far? Success. Yes. This army is dead. Beautiful. We don't even have to ambush. We can just get as close to him as possible now, since his minus 50% movement reduction should most definitely be enough, right? So we should just get as close as possible.
Fire on them.
There we go. Ah. At least he'll be dead next episode. He was supposed to be dead at the start of this episode. Damn. Alrighty, so obviously we're out of time. I'm going to call this here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching those bats die for absolutely no reason. Next time we will finish up with the remnants of Morgheim over here in the Marshes of Madness, and then we're going to head straight on down to the Black Pyramid of Nagash with Arkhan, and we will join him with King Setep, because these guys are going to trade a bunch of troops together, and the King Rakash army will start building as well. Plus, most likely next time we will get King Lamazash, the Ushabti Lord, up as well, as soon as we get that new dynasty operational. So in the next couple of episodes, we're suddenly going to have a lot more different armies with a lot more different types of troops. So that'll be really fun, because I can't wait to see the variety, but we'll have to see that next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really, really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.